Hello. Gonna get started in just a minute here. Just finalizing a couple of settings real quick. And camera on. Hello. Mario Party time. I have no idea what stage I left off on. No, not party mode. Go back. No, get me out of here. I always thought it was so cool that the Star Spirits from Paper Mario are in this game. For the longest time, I didn't know they were from Paper Mario. I thought they were just, like, original to this. Oh, Toy Dream. Isn't this, like, the first board in party mode? Why is it, like, the fourth stage? Alright, Toad, don't kill me like you did last time. The other day you killed me. I died because of you. He was not trying his best, though. He threw the game, and I died because of it. He threw a minigame that cost me all of my coins, and I had to restart the entire level because of him. He was not trying his best. Starting you right behind start is very mean. Alright. Where am I going? What is this? That's a weird layout. This is a tiny stage. Oh my god. That's a little concerning, actually. Alright. Come on, fight me. Of course we're starting out with, like, the worst possible minigame against the AI. That was close. That was very close. Yay! Wow! I tied the record.
Finish! I'm the best.
I've noticed that I can do this relatively consistently against the AI. So maybe there is a higher difficulty above... Oh, good block. I was banking on that being good, so thank God. Yeah, I've noticed that I can do that consistently against the AI, so maybe there is a difficulty above hard, and I just don't have it unlocked. I don't know how none of you ran into me, but okay. That's not good. Please, please do not, the cat. How are you guys so good at landing on where you want? Alright. I'm gonna put this... That's probably not the smartest choice, honestly, but I don't know what that space is, and I don't want to find out. I can fight both of you if I go this way. Okay, now this one I consistently lose against the AI. This one is hard. This is a really fun minigame against a human player. Against an AI, it's very stressful, and I don't like it. I don't know how you're actually intended to hold the controller, I just end up going... And sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. Oh, man, a lot of battles happening this turn. I always forget if this is the bazooka one or the tornado one. Okay, it's the bazooka one. Sometimes the charge just does not work, and I don't know why. Like, I'll be holding the button for a solid, like, 5 seconds, and it just won't do anything. Alright, now with this minigame, this should take out... Is this gonna take out... No, it's not gonna take out green or red. If I win, it will take out blue, and they will be on... Their time is short if I win this. Two to lose it? Yes! I love this one. This is one of my favorite 1v3s. This game is very inconsistent with them. Sometimes they're very good, sometimes they're like the worst in the series. Come on. Get back here. There we go. Easy. Goodbye, Blue Koopa Kid. It is blue that I killed, right? Yeah, it's blue. Okay. And the rest of you are about to perish. Oh, you might both die this turn if I win both of these. This is such a tiny map. Why is it so small? The other maps weren't this time. I mean, they were small, but they weren't this small. This is, like, obscene. Oh, I hate this one. I hate this one so much. It would be not that bad if you didn't bounce off of the thwomp and get stunned for, like, 3 seconds. But because it's basically unreactable, you have to walk so slow. See, like, even then, I'm walking super slow, and it's unreactable. You can't beat that.
Finish! I'm the best.
At the very least, maybe if it still has to stun you, because I'm thinking about it, and it's like... Maybe it wouldn't work if you didn't get stunned at all. Just because then you could kind of just, like, hug the wall and get through it very, very easily. But, I mean, on a base level, I would like that better, just because it'd be like a mad dash to the goal. So I'd prefer that anyway, but I feel like to balance that out at least a little bit, you would have to introduce, like, a little bit of, like, stun if you hit a wall. But it should not be as punishing as it is with how unreactable that is. Maybe if the Whomps popped up when you were not, like, an inch away from them, it would be more fair. But as is, I don't like it.
Start! Finish!
That was easy. I don't think I lost a single minigame that round. That was so easy. That was easy. Alright. Last one should be Pirate, if I am not mistaken.
I'm the best.
Yeah, that was easy. That was so easy. I don't know why they made the map so tiny. Superstars and the new Mario parties don't have a story mode. I'm not sure about 9 and 10. 8 does. I honestly... Oh, wait, there's a Bowser board in this game. I forgot about that. Did we just not go to Pirate? That's the best map. Why did we skip it? Okay. Yeah, 8 does. 9 and 10, I'm not sure. I don't think they do. At the very least, I don't think 10 does. I have no idea about 9. Superstars has single-player modes, but not a story mode. I was gonna check the map, but I guess not. Alright. I think the last time I streamed this, and I was playing against the same Koopa kid in this minigame, and he pushed me into the thing and killed me. So please don't do that again. Stop pushing me. Get away. Screw you. Ah. Okay, no, that one was on me. That was my own fault. At least I lost fairly that time. Wait, please give me a minigame I'm actually good at this time. This is a crapshoot.
Start.
I could do this, I could not.
Finish.
There we go.
I'm the best.
Any minigames unique to the story mode? Yes, there's one. We have not gotten to it yet. There is a final boss, and it honestly kind of slaps. It's really cool. It's honestly one of... Why did you... I guess you have to. I guess you can't say no. There's a final boss in this mode, and it's honestly one of the better Bowser battles, in my opinion, like, across the greater Mario series. It's really cool. How many have final bosses? I can think of 4 off the top of my head. 3, this, 7, and 8. And I guess also DS. DS just has bosses in general. Although, I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't remember what the final boss of DS is. I'm assuming it's Bowser. I remember all the other bosses, I just don't remember the final boss. I would assume it's Bowser. Easy win. Easy win. I don't know why the AI is so bad at this.
Start.
Easy.
Finish.
Yeah, because the other bosses in DS are
I'm the best.
Piranha Plant, Dry Bones, Kamek. I'm trying to think what the other boards are, because they're all themed around the boards. I don't know. I can't remember. I know that, like, most of them are just, like, standard Mario enemies, but large. DS has 6 boards, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't... Oh, one's, I know Hammer Bro is one of them. He's for the music one. I can't remember if DS has 5 boards or 6. Maybe it is just 5. I don't know. I don't remember. This might kill me, actually, if I lose this. I've only done this once. I don't know how consistent I'll be at it. Have you seen what's in the new Mario Party? No. I am going in completely blind. 100% blind. I have absolutely no idea.
Start.
I know I won't be able to play it at launch, though, because I'm going to Cat World. I genuinely don't think that turn is physically possible as the one. Okay, yeah, this was easy. This was very easy. I know the cast of the new Mario Party game. Like, I know who's playable in it, and I'm not too thrilled about it just because, like, I don't know. I feel like everyone in Mario now is just very homogenized, and Mario Party is kind of like the prime example of it. Like, there's no more personality to most of the characters anymore. Everyone kind of has the same personality. And it's very bland. And it doesn't really matter to me how many more characters they bring into Mario Party if they are all exactly the same and have no character to them, so... I don't care if Ninja or Spike is playable if I have no desire to play as them because they're boring. Mario Party personality peaked in, like... I would say it peaked in, like, 3. Because, like, if I remember correct, I think that might be the last game. Actually, no. 7 also has, like, 1v1s in the story mode. But they're also kind of more, like, toned down in 7. They're not as personalized. In 3, like, you get a real, like, taste of, like, every character, because you go up against them in the duel mode, and, like, the little cutscenes with them are so full of life. And 7, it has that, but not to as great of an extent, unfortunately. Sure, I'll take out 2 of you. Oh. I can't take out green. I don't know. I wish modern Mario had more personality. I don't like how standardized everything is now. There's no life to it, there's no soul.
Finish. I'm the best.
Wasn't Chance Time in, Superstars? I thought it was. There, you can't die here. But I can weaken you. There we go.
Finish. I'm the best.
The luck-based ones are so stressful, because it's always just like... I could just die here and have to restart the entire level. Fortunately, I was not in a bad enough situation where, like, that could happen right now. Would have been bad if I was. And you also won't die here. Most wanted character in Mario Party. In modern Mario Party, I genuinely don't care. Because, like... Actually, no, I take that back. You know who my most wanted character in Mario Party is? I want Koopa Kid back. I want him back. I hate that they replaced him with Bowser Jr., and Bowser Jr. is boring now. As far as, like, actually new characters, though, I have no preference. I genuinely don't care. It's Koopa Kid, not Kid Koopa. Get it right. Hello, Fiachu. Nice to have you here. I've told you the story of the Koopa Kid Club, right? I know I've told that story on my channel, I just don't remember if I've ever told you specifically, Kai. Okay, I did. I have many regrets as a child. The Koopa Kid Club is one of them. Oh, the flag? That's literally just my curtain. That's like an actual flag, but I don't have a curtain because I just never bothered to buy one. So I just hang it above my window. Toad, get the speck. Okay. This is going pretty well, honestly. I expected to have more difficulty. I had quite a bit of difficulty the other day. Do I really not go to Pirate Dream in this? I can't believe we skipped the best port. That's a little disappointing. Alright, here we go. Final boss time. Now, if you haven't seen this, you're in for a treat. This is really cool. It's like a multi-phase boss, and it plays, like, very well within the engine of Mario Party. It's neat. It's a very neat boss. There's a lot going on. Now, if I remember correctly, there is actually no way to heal. So, like, you get this much health for the entire run. And this is a long battle. This goes on for a while. Get back here.
Finish!
This is like the hardest phase to me. Ow! Stop it!
Finish!
Kai, do you even have 3D World?
Start!
Because I'm pretty sure the reason that we were waiting to play that, like, me, you, Zay, and PJ, was because you don't have it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on, jump. There we go. You gonna jump? Over here, Bowser. No, no, no. Jump. Jump here. This way. Right here. Jump. Jump. Please don't wait until you're standing on that tile to jump. Jump. There we go.
Wow!
Now this is where it gets cool. I love this part. Haha, you're too fat.
Start!
Alright, I need to not get hit anymore. Alright, one more. There we go. First video game I ever played was Yoshi's Story. Ocarina of Time was the first game I ever owned, but not the first game I ever played. I owned a copy of Ocarina of Time before I owned an N64, because my cousin Jesse gave it to me. Because I was moving from North Carolina to my grandmother's house, and my grandma had an N64, but I didn't have any games for it. So he gave me Ocarina of Time, and at around the same time I got a copy of Yoshi's Story, and I just happened to play Yoshi's Story first. Toad, you didn't help. You literally did nothing. You threw the game once, and barely helped me win a second time. Barely. I did most of the work. Toad's dream did not come true. I did it. I beat story mode. So, what do you say we switch it up now? I'm kind of in an F-Zero mood. I kind of feel like playing some GX. How many times have I beaten story mode? That was my first time playing it in, like, at least 15 years. I have not played it since I lived in this house, and I've lived in this house since I was 12. The last time I played through this story mode was when I was living at my uncle's house, and I was like 10. Kirby's Nightmare and Dream... Is that the remake of the first Kirby game? I actually don't know. How do I change the stream category / name? Because I would like to switch it to F-Zero so that I can actually do that. Hold on, I have to sign in on my phone. I'm not doing it on the website because that would probably make my capture card start freaking out, and I want it to not do that. So I have to sign in on my phone and do it that way. There we go. Edit stream info. There we go. Stream update. Stream should have updated. Let me know if it does that. I'm going to go switch the disc. God, I love this game. Not enough. The answer to your question is not enough. More people need to play F-Zero. I love this game so much. Alright, let's see. What story mode have I not beaten yet? Actually, you know what? This is probably gonna screw me up personally, but the stream is in 4x3. So, for the sake of you guys, I need to change that, because GX natively supports widescreen. How do I... There we go, it's under options. There we go. Now, this is probably gonna mess with my depth perception a little bit, but oh well, it's fine. Alright, I've beaten that hard. I'm not doing this on very hard, at least not right now. Chapter 1 on very hard is, honest to God, one of the most demanding things in any video game, period. It is like surgical levels of frame-perfect precision for like a minute straight. It is ridiculously hard. I've beaten all of these. Okay, I haven't done that. You know what? Because I'm presuming most of you playing this or watching this have not seen this story mode because not enough people have played this game. I'm gonna at the least just demonstrate all of the levels, even if I've beaten them already. Also, did the stream details update? Okay, good. Cutscenes in this game are very wacky. They're very silly. This sounds a lot easier than it is. It is not easy at all. It's actually, so far, isn't too bad from what I was expecting, like being in not widescreen. I think that's all of them already. And Chapter 1 on normal difficulty is not bad at all. On higher difficulties, though, nope. No chance. Zero chance. Definitely not on Switch. I definitely don't think we're gonna get another one on Switch. Now, just to demonstrate to you how ridiculous this is on very hard, just watch this. I'm not even gonna come close, I can tell you that right now. I'm not beating this. I'm just gonna attempt it like 1 or 2 times and then move on. This is like inhumanly difficult. I probably already lost because I skipped that boost. I don't think it's possible to beat it in time now. You can't miss a single one of these capsules, by the way. You have to get all of them within 3 laps. Yeah, I don't think it's possible anymore. Yep. Nope, not possible. It's absurd. Like, how perfect you have to be in this. I don't think it's possible now. Yeah, not possible. How many racing games have I played? A lot. A lot. I've played a lot of F-Zero, Mario Kart, Gran Turismo, Forza, a lot of NASCAR games. I like racing as a concept a lot. So I'm very fascinated with racing games. Diddy Kong Racing, obviously. Yeah, I don't think it's possible anymore. Like, you cannot make a single mistake. Yep, definitely not possible. See, I don't even know if I'm gonna finish the race. Yeah, I'm not even finishing the race, let alone actually getting the capsules. It's crazy hard. I don't think it's possible anymore. I missed that one, now it's, yeah, debatable. Yeah, I'm not even finishing the track. You have to be so perfect. If you don't get the first couple, you just reset. It's not even worth trying. I don't think it's possible. I missed too many at the end. Ooh, that was bad. That was bad. Ooh, God. Yeah, definitely not possible now. I'm not even I'm barely even finishing the track. See, and the thing is, this is doable. Like, there's no RNG. None. It is all just skill. And because of that, I genuinely think that this is the hardest game I've ever played. Nope. That was not a good turn. Not possible anymore, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. Not possible. Only recognizable character is Captain Falcon? I disagree. I disagree strongly. This game has a lot of very colorful and memorable characters. It's just the fact that nobody played it, so nobody knows who they are. That's the unfortunate part. It's not even that nobody played it, because if I'm not mistaken, this game did pretty well. Like, it was successful, it was very well reviewed, extremely well reviewed. But, like, Nintendo doesn't care about its legacy, so the only character that anybody knows is Falcon. Because he's the only one that they, like, reference anywhere. I mean, to a lesser extent, they kind of show the main four a little bit. Captain Falcon, Samurai Goro, Pico, and Dr. Stewart. Yeah, I didn't even come close to the finish line that time. Alright, that's enough. That's enough of that. I'm not beating this. Well, we can go hard here. Is Star Wars Pod Racing the one on the N64? Because I remember there's an N64 Star Wars game that people pop off about, and I think that's it. But yeah, I thought so. I own one Star Wars game. I have Battlefront 2 on the PS2. I haven't played it, but I have it. I actually have never tried. Can I kill him? I could probably kill him. It's actually one of the few levels that I think going into first person is actually kind of helpful. Because it lets you really thread the needle with the boulders. Nope. Isn't there one on GameCube? I believe so. I'm gonna try to kill them. Get back here. Stop posting. Oh, God. Back here. The trick with this mission is to be very gentle with the stick. Just very slight turns. Have good lines. Hug the wall when you can. Probably used too much of my boost at the beginning. Ah, damn it. I want to boost at least once at the start, just to, like, accelerate a little bit better. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think there's any tracks of Red Canyon in this game, other than this story mode level. I used way too much boost early on. Oh God, I'm dying. I'm passing away. I don't want to pass away. Yeah, they're not doing that. Did he get stuck? I've never seen that happen before. Oh God. Oh no. No, he did get stuck. He would have passed me a long time ago if he didn't. I've never seen that happen before. Favorite racing game? This. By far. It's not even close. F-Zero GX is the best racing game ever made. I will say Forza Motorsport is very good. If you want like an actual racing game, like a simulator, Forza is like peak simulator. But overall, no, it's this, not even a question. I mean, I like a lot of the NASCAR games, but a lot of the NASCAR games have like budget issues where they're very, very low budget. Which, I mean, I don't really mind all that much, honestly. It's fine. Like, to me, NASCAR is NASCAR. It doesn't have to be extravagant. But I also recognize that they could be doing a lot more with it, and they're just not. For the last, like, decade or so, the NASCAR games have been getting kind of a bad rap, and for the most part, I understand why. I don't agree with the extent to which people bash them these days. Like, I think people go a little... Like, Heat 5... Heat 5 is good. NASCAR Heat 5 is a good game. People kind of overhate on the Heat series, and early on I would agree. I would say, like, yes, they're very, like, flawed. But as the Heat series went on, I think they improved a lot. I haven't played Ignition yet, but a lot of people hate that one. Everyone says it's horrible. So I'll have to see when I get around to it. Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing is great. I've always just said that it's just better Mario Kart, because it is. It is better Mario Kart. Kai, if I remember right, you emulated that game? Which means you didn't have Rumble, which is very unfortunate, because that game benefits like crazy from having a Rumble pack. If I'm not mistaken, that game is the reason the DS Rumble pack was made. That and Metroid Prime Pinball. But I'm pretty sure Diddy Kong Racing DS came first. I think. Don't quote me on that. There we go. Honestly, you're not missing much. Diddy Kong Racing DS is just a worse version of Diddy Kong Racing. You're really not missing much. They improved the graphics, they improved the frame rate, which does help. Which does help, to be fair. But everything else is just not as good. How's it worse? It's worse because lack of analog movement. It's on a system with a D-pad. And also, they took out Banjo and Conquer, so they're not in the game anymore. And the mission mode in it is way worse. Like the story mode. It's way worse because instead of... In the original, you had like these coin collecting ones where you had to collect all the coins on the track and then beat the race. In DS, it's an on-rails thing where you have to, like, turn the camera around and tap on all of them on the touchscreen, and it's awful. I hate it. I will say the frame rate is a significant improvement. The game just feels like it runs a lot smoother. But that doesn't really matter all that much when you're controlling it with a D-pad. So it's not as big of a help as you would think. Because that is, like, the one biggest downside to Diddy Kong Racing on N64 is the frame rate is awful. And that's just N64 in general. But, like, it's just not, it feels very, like, for lack of a better word, chunky. Like, things happen in, like, steps, almost, it feels like, because of how slow the game runs. I mean, the game is still super fun, but after playing modern games, you go back to it, and it's kind of rough until you get used to it again. Love this track, by the way. It's a shame you can't play it in, like, Time Trial or GP. If you're hearing a lot of clicking on my controller on turns, that's because I'm doing a technique called quick turning. Basically, let's say if you're turning right, you want to quickly tap L and then hold R, and that lets you do super sharp turns. Yeah, I'm not winning that. Of F-Zero GX, you mean? Yeah. This is a game you do not want to play with any lag. It is unplayable if it's not running at full speed. Oh, I got a kill from that. Nice. Oh shit. Yeah, that wasn't good. Nintendo Land F-Zero? Yeah, it is fun. It's got nothing on the main games, but it is very fun. Nintendo Land in general just goes hard. It's a great game. Oh, I came close there. Man. Not coming back from that. There we go. Got it. That's a good question. Honestly, I have no clue. I hope they do. But also, I don't really have high hopes because Nintendo has historically been very spotty when it comes to, like, backwards compatibility. Sometimes they do it great, sometimes they just do not bring shit back at all. For a while in like the middle era, they were doing it fantastic. Like in the Wii and Wii U era, like everything was backwards compatible and it was awesome. And then after the Wii U, they were just like, Virtual Console? What's that? Let's just port everything and then charge $60 for a debatably worse version of the game. Alright, now I've never beaten this one on hard, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. I miss pre-rendered cutscenes, man. These look so good.
So you want to play? Guys, the party's just starting.
I don't know. Nintendo's mobile games are weird. I think around here should be good. Yeah, that should be fine. Now, this is the mission that's supposed to teach you that you can kill people in this game. Love this song, by the way. It's fantastic. It's like a rendition of Big Blue. It's so good. One of my favorite songs in the game for sure. God, this mission's so satisfying, man. I love it. This is one of the only times in the game I use the Z move. Come on. Come up behind me. Come on. Come here. Come up here so I can kill you. There we go. Damn it, I was hoping he'd push me to the end. Music in F-Zero in general is very good. Yes. Very. Extremely good. This game in particular, man, this and X, phenomenal. Alright, I used way too much boost at the beginning there. I'm surprised I never beat this mission on hard. This one's not that difficult. Ty, you really gotta play this game on real hardware someday. It's so good. It's just, this game has, like, the best feel of any video game I have ever played. Like, it's so smooth. The control is just, it's so perfect. Use the rotate attack. Oh god! What happened there? Oh my god. Man, I want to stream this game, like, more often. It's so fun. It's so fun. It feels so good to play, you know? Yeah, the music of this game is fantastic. Get back here. Slow down. Wait, failed? Do I have to kill all of them? What? I didn't know that. That makes this a lot harder, actually. I did pretty good that time, actually. There's an arcade version of F-Zero? Yes, it's called F-Zero AX, and it's literally this game. Same engine, same everything. It's just this, with unique tracks, and a couple of unique cars. And you can actually bring your GameCube memory card and plug it into the arcade cabinet to use your custom machines in it. A couple of them still exist, and one day, like, bucket list item for me, I would like to play F-Zero AX. If not, just own a fucking cabinet of it, because I think that would be awesome. If it was ever to own an arcade cabinet, I want it to be F-Zero AX. And they exist. You can buy them. They're very expensive, but you can get one. No, it is not Japan only. I remember looking into this once and seeing that, like, there's a Dave & Buster's in, like, Virginia or something that still has one. And, like, no joke, I would make a road trip just to play it. Like, that's something I would want to do someday. Yeah, they're expensive, but not so expensive that it's, like, absurd to buy. It's not like tens of thousands, you know? But it is a lot of money. But honestly, if I had the space for it, I would save up and I would get one. If space wasn't an issue, and I didn't have to worry about, like, you know, like, being able to move and like, having enough room to, like, I would need to basically dedicate an entire room to F-Zero in order to do this. And if that wasn't an obstacle, honest to God, I would buy it. Like, that is a reasonable price to me for an arcade cabinet of one of my favorite games of all time. And I would happily pay that amount of money to own it. One day, when I own my own house, if I have a spare bedroom and $3,500, I'm buying F-Zero AX. And I'm putting it in the spare room, and that'll be that. Yeah, I'm not beating this. Man, this level is harder than I remember. I mean, it's not... This is, like, doable. It's doable. It's hard, but it is, like, I can... With enough practice and a good run. That's all it takes is a good run. What I'm trying to do is, like, boost into a large pack of them and then use the rotate move. For actual racing, the side attack is, like, infinitely better. But if you're trying to take out, like, a horde, just, like, boosting and charging into, like, a large crowd, the spin is more of a defensive move. So it slows you down a lot. So I never use it in GP. But in this, it's actually quite helpful. Yeah, see, like that. I just killed, like, 4 people with that. Come back here. There we go. There we go. Come back. Get back here. Come on, there's 2 of you left. Just one. Oh, god damn it, that was so close. More remixes of this game? Yeah, that's very within the realm of possibility. I've done, for those of you who don't know, I've done Dr. Stewart's theme, which is my personal favorite song in the game. Shame you can't hear it during gameplay. It's only in the menu. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, there's probably a lot of this game's soundtrack that most people have never heard because there are character themes for all 30 characters in the game, and you only hear them in the pilot profile screen. It's that and their the credits themes for when you beat story mode or GP with them. So there's probably a lot of, like, a good, like, 80% of this game's soundtrack that most players have never heard. Including me, I haven't heard the entire OST yet. I mean, I'm sure I have, like, in passing, just, like, scrolling through the pilot profiles, but, like, I've never actually sat down and, like, listened to everyone. Not on YouTube, no. I'm gonna have to add that to my, like, list of albums to listen to. But right now, I'm listening to an album called Caligula by... I don't know how to say it. I think it's Lingua Ignota. I believe that's how you pronounce it. She's a very artistic type of musician. And it's a very good album. I like it a lot so far. I'm like 2 songs in, but I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, I'm listening to that. I also just listened to a Daft Punk album. I listened to Human After All. I checked out the Symphony of the Night OST, which is phenomenal, by the way. One of the best video game soundtracks out there, easily. Not quite one of my favorites, but I do think it is objectively one of the best. There's so much variety in Symphony of the Night. Like, there's classical, there's metal, there's, like, jazz. It's phenomenal how much. There's, like, power ballads. It's great. There's a lot of variety in that soundtrack. And all of it, like, fits shockingly well together. Like, it's not jarring going from one song of one genre to the next. Like, they all feel very at home in Symphony of the Night. It's very impressive. That's something I've gained a lot of appreciation for in the last couple of years, is in music in general, but in video game music especially, is when there's a large variety of songs on an album, and it's so varied, but yet they make it flow naturally in a way that doesn't feel jarring going from one song to the next. That's something that I've gained a lot of appreciation for, and Symphony of the Night might do that better than any album I've ever listened to. Just because the sheer variety is so vast, and all of it feels perfectly in character, which is incredibly impressive. Man, this is actually quite hard. Animal Crossing music is for me personally, it's very good, but only as background music. I won't like go out of my way to listen to it. But if it's just kind of there, I'm like, yeah, this is a vibe. This is great. It's such... Animal Crossing is perfect background music to me. Hold on, I have to pause to read that. Feel like slower paced chills? Okay, so that's the thing, I do, but for me, it's situational. So, if I'm gonna listen to music for the purposes of listening to music, if something is slow paced, I want it to be artistic. I want it to be atmospheric, and I want it to be like thought provoking in a way. Animal Crossing music is not that. It is just a good vibe, and that is all. Which is fine. I like a good vibe, but if given the choice of listening to that or something that is more thought-provoking, if I'm in the mood for something more slower paced, I'll go with thought-provoking every time. But if I'm just hanging out, Animal Crossing music is fantastic to have on in the background. Minecraft music is the one I could never get into. I've never liked Minecraft music. It's too, like... No, I'm not missing out because I've heard it. I just don't like it. It's not like I've never given it a chance. It is part of the experience, and I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I would rather play Minecraft with the music off. It just takes away from the experience to me. To me, Minecraft is it is a creative game, or it is an exploration game. It is not a game where I sit down and I just want to be depressed. And that's the vibe that Minecraft gives off. And if you enjoy that, cool, good for you. It's not for me. I'm not a fan. When I play Minecraft, that is not the feeling that I want it to invoke. I want to play it to have fun. I don't play Minecraft for the vibe. I play Minecraft to explore, and I play it to be creative. I don't play Minecraft to be depressed. I have other games for that. I got a lot of kills in a very short span of time there. That was really good. Of course, I need to capitalize on it to make this run actually good. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this one now. I might have just killed myself. Yep. Damn, that was a good run. Minecraft can make you feel connected to those. If you're playing multiplayer, can make you feel alone but content. So, okay, that's the thing. Minecraft music does not make me feel content. It makes me feel like I could be doing something better, for lack of a better word. It's just, it doesn't match the vibe I get from playing the game. I get that it does for a lot of people, and that's great for them. It just doesn't do it for me. It is a big disconnect between the vibe I get from playing the game and the feeling that the music is invoking in me. It's very, like, dissonant to me, and I'm just not a fan. I don't like it. It takes away from the feeling of the game. Come up behind me. Come on, come back. Damn. I'm getting very close. What other games do I feel that way about the OST? Do you mean what you described? Of, like, the different feelings that a game's music can evoke? Or do you mean what I described as where it's just a disconnect and I don't like it? The music not fitting. Honestly, I can't really name any. I'm sure there are some, but Minecraft is really the only one where I just consistently, every time, choose to play with the music on. Because it takes away from the experience. In general, I don't really feel that way about most, if any, games. Because even in games where I think the music is bad, my example for this is like modern Yoshi games. Modern Yoshi games soundtracks are awful. They are like the most ear-grating, horrible shit. But it does fit the vibe of the game. It sucks, and I wish it wasn't so awful, but it doesn't feel out of place, if that makes any sense. Like, it's bad. It's bad. But it doesn't give me a disconnect between the vibe I get from the game. I could hear it and be like, yeah, I could associate this with Yoshi. I don't like it, but I can see it fitting. A game where I think the music... It's not that the music takes away from it, it's that there is no music, and that's Breath of the Wild. That game's soundtrack I don't like, because it's just non-existent. There is no soundtrack. There's like 2 songs in the whole game. And the thing is, when Breath of the Wild does have music, it's good. There is not a lot of it, but when there is a background song, it is solid. I will give it credit for that. Like, the Hyrule Castle theme is great. Sidon's theme is great. Personally, my favorite song in the entire game is Divine Beast Varuda, because it is phenomenal at setting the atmosphere of the dungeon. Even if the dungeon itself is kind of meh, Divine Beasts aren't that good, the music of that one specifically it's great. It's really good. It sets the tone perfectly, and it really provides a good vibe for the dungeon. It's very atmospheric, it's very threatening and mysterious. It's just a good-ass song. And I wish that the rest of Breath of the Wild was like that. But it's like 80% silent. The 20% where there is music is good. And I say that as someone who just doesn't like Breath of the Wild even as its own thing. I think that game's soundtrack is good when it exists. It just doesn't exist for most of the game. What the... What? What? I didn't kill everyone. How did I win? Did I just have to kill Michael Chain? I'm buying that. What is that? I got new parts.
Don't lose him. Go after it. What are you doing?
Now, my question is... Okay, I do unlock very hard. Ooh, okay. Is that 100% of the game? No. Hell no. Absolutely not. This game is absurdly hard. Dude, were you not paying attention when I played Chapter 1? I can't come even close to beating this one. I can beat it on normal, and I can beat it on hard, but on very hard, this is impossible. I mean, it's possible, but, like, you need surgical precision. Like, you need the stick accuracy down to, like, the millimeter. And you need to do it consistently and almost frame perfect for, like, a minute straight. So no, I've absolutely not 100% of this game. But yeah, see, like, just based on that lap alone, I don't even think this is possible anymore. I don't think this is beatable. Yep, not beatable. I'll try it a couple more times, but I don't think I can do it, man. That's surprising. Rhythm games are normally very difficult 100%. Like, very difficult. Capture card is freaking out? Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me fix that. See, this is why I need a new laptop. Desperately. And if anyone wants to contribute to that, you can do so by donating Amazon gift cards. We are about halfway to the goal currently. We're a little bit under halfway to the goal. No obligation, but it would be greatly appreciated. If I get a new laptop, I can stream more things, better things, and I will be able to do a lot more variety. I'll be able to do collab streams. I can do, like, I really want to do Wind Waker randomizers. I'll be able to do stuff like that. But yeah, if anyone wants to contribute, that's how. And until then, we kind of just have to deal with this. Man, I was doing pretty good there for a second there. I don't think it's possible anymore. You really can't mess up a single time on this. How many people 100% of this game? Not a lot. I mean, it's been done. It's clearly been done. But we're talking like the people that do it are like speedrunners. It's that difficult. not possible anymore. Yeah, level 1 on very hard is, this is a legitimate contender for the hardest thing in any video game I've ever played. Like, the amount of precision required to pull this off is insane. The worst part is, I don't think that watching this on a screen even does justice to how freaking hard this is. Because, like, I'm sure you can tell, right? Like, you're gonna have to let me know in chat. Can you tell that this is difficult just by looking at it? But I'm telling you, playing it is even harder. Because it's not just a matter of, like, oh, hit left to go left, right? Like, it's not that simple. You have to steer very precisely. It's not hit, like, slam the stick all the way to the left to turn. No, you have to turn it, like, ever so slightly. A little bit less, and you won't turn enough. A little too hard, you'll slam into the wall. Like, you really do have to be perfect. And that's with every little minute movement that you have to be this accurate with. It's not just like, oh, one part of, like, to be accurate here, you have to be accurate. No, you have to be like this the entire time. You have to be that accurate for a minute straight. And you also have to be boosting the entire time, because if you don't, you won't make it to the end in time. I don't think it's possible now. Yeah, it is like a rhythm game in the sense that you have to be almost frame perfect, and you need to be accurate. That's the hardest part, is being accurate, because turning ever so slightly too much at the wrong time makes this impossible. Yeah, see, like, I wish I could, like, frame by frame this game. Because, just to, like, show you how perfect you have to be for, like, see this part in particular. There are 4 little capsules in that cluster right there, arranged in, like, a diamond pattern. I have to hit 2 of them on 2 laps in a row. And if I don't, it makes the run impossible. And in order to hit that, you have to shift to the left the perfect amount, but you have to do it in, like, the 3 frames between hitting the first one and reaching the second one. And if you hit that turn a little bit too hard, like I just did in this lap, you slam into the wall and lose a lot of speed. And you have to do that twice. You have to do it on the first lap, and either the second or third lap. I prefer to do it on the second. But yeah, you have to do that twice, and that's just one example. The entire track is like this, where there are a couple clusters that you have to hit, like, perfectly. That's another one right there, and you need to do that twice, once on each side. I have no idea how to do the end yet. I haven't gotten that far. I don't think it's possible. Well, I think I got all the ones on the side, so maybe it is possible. Nope. I missed one at the end. Now it's not possible to get them all in one lap. See, and that was, I thought, was a good run. Yeah, not possible. And even if I did, I wouldn't have made it to the end in time. I wasn't boosting enough. You have to be mashing boost the entire lap. So for those of you who doubted me when I said that level 1 is like the hardest one in the game, this is why. The amount of precision needed to pull this off is obscene. I don't think it's possible now. I lost too much speed. Damn. And it's one of those things that there's no RNG. This is all execution. You just need to be good. If you can't beat this, literally skill issue. Just so happens that that's a skill issue on 90% of the population. Because the average human being cannot do this. Not possible. You know when you miss one, that's it. That's game. Can't do it. Damn. Can't do it. Unless you're a stand user. I wish if I could have a stand, like, behind the car that reaches out to the side to grab the capsules for me. I don't think it's possible. I think I missed too many in that cluster. Gotta still try. Oh, maybe I could save... No, I can't save this. I missed too many at the end. See, that was probably my best run. That was probably my best run yet. And still not even close. I missed like 4, at least. I wasn't paying attention to the number. That was probably the best run of this I've ever had in my life. And I wasn't even close. A lot of people would probably think that, like, Guitar Hero is like the hardest game that I play. And it probably does look like it. But I can tell you, I've beaten Through the Fire and Flames on Expert. This is worse. This is harder. By a lot. It's not even close. Like, this is way harder. Like, non-Guitar Hero players will look at Through the Fire and Flames and be like, wow, that's the most ridiculous thing in any game ever. It's not actually as bad as it looks. It is obscenely difficult. And it is probably the hardest thing in any video game that I've personally beaten. Just because it took literal years of practice to be able to do that. But honestly, if you can get past the first, like, 20 seconds of Through the Fire and Flames, you could beat it. That's the hardest part of the song. People like to say, oh, it's a 7-minute song full of difficult parts, which is true, but the rest of it is manageable. The only, like, bullshit part is that. The rest of it is very passable. It's hard, but it's passable. Now, take the opening 20 seconds of Through the Fire and Flames, except remove the caveat that it's easy when you get into a rhythm and just hard to start, and make it go on for 60 seconds, and if you are not frame perfect for any of that 60 seconds, you lose. That's this. That's what this is. It's so much harder. Because, like, TTFIF is very difficult, but you do not have to be nearly as precise for the majority of the song. You have to be precise for the first, like, 20 seconds. And if you screw up at all in the first 20 seconds, you're fine. Or you're dead. But, like, if you screw up anywhere else in the song, you can survive it comfortably. It's difficult, but you can easily live. This, nope. One wrong move at any moment, at any time, the slightest wrong move, and it's a reset. And you have to be way more precise than rhythm games too, because like that part right there that I just did, like you gotta hit both of them on 2 laps in a row, and if you don't, it's not possible. And that's maybe like a 1/10 of a second window to do that, to pull that off. Like 10 frames tops. It's probably a lot less than that. Probably more like 3, if we're being realistic. That's probably like a 3-frame window. And there's a couple of different ways to do it, but you have, no matter which way you do it, you have to be perfectly accurate. You can't make a single mistake. Not possible. So, okay, so on my first playthrough of Jak 2, I would have agreed with you. I would have said, yes, this is one of the hardest games I ever played. Upon playing the game for the 3rd time, I don't agree with that anymore. I think it is one of the hardest games I've ever played. I don't think it is anywhere near the hardest. However, I do think it's the most bullshit. It is the hardest game I've ever played for unintentionally feeling reasons. For reasons that don't feel on purpose. And I think it is one of the worst games that I've ever played. It is my least favorite game of all time. But, I don't think it's the hardest by any stretch. I've played things that are way harder, but the things that I've played that are harder are more fair, is the big asterisk next to that. Like, again, this is, it's possible, it's very doable, but it is 100%, 100%, for as much as the bullshit I just described, this is all down to human ability. Like, again, there's no RNG, there's no bad game design, there is nothing bullshit about this. It is pure execution. And if you can't pull it off, that's a you problem. It's just that what the game is asking of you is insane. And pretty unreasonable, if I'm gonna be honest. But with enough practice, and with enough genuine skill, it can be done, and it can be done consistently. This game is obscenely hard, but it is fair. Usually. There are a couple exceptions to that. Chapter 7's a little bit evil. But even then, again, if you're good enough at the game, if you are very skilled at F-Zero GX, it is reasonable to do consistently. It's extremely difficult, but it can be done. I thought that too at first, Kai. I thought that I would never play Jak 2 again. And then I heard everyone being like, this is one of the best sequels of all time. And I'm like, first of all, I didn't even think the first game was all that good. I thought it was fine, but not, like, anything special. And I thought that it was a horrible direction for a sequel and did a terrible job at expanding upon the original in a way that felt diegetic and made sense. Because it really just felt like I was playing GTA and the Jak and Daxter engine. I didn't feel like I was playing a Jak game, I felt like I was playing GTA as Jak. And on that ground, I think it fails as a sequel. It's not in the spirit of the original at all. And I think it fails on that front. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. I'm having a good time. I'm suffering, but I'm having a good time. I enjoy suffering. But anyway, yeah. This is a game that's hard, but it's so rewarding because you can get good at it. And when you do, it is chef's kiss. It is the most satisfying thing in the world. That's why this is one of my favorite games of all time. Just, it is so satisfying to be good at. Only racing game I've ever loved? Yeah, I can see why. 100% I can see why. It's just... It's a game that is obscenely difficult. What it asks of the player is absolute insanity that no reasonable person would ever expect you to be able to do. But the controls are so smooth. The mechanics and the physics are so fine-tuned that it pushes you to want to get good at it, and when you do, it is the most magical feeling. It is so rewarding. I might be able to save that. Don't know about that. Nope. Let's just see how many I can get, honestly. Yeah, that wouldn't have been doable anyway. Favorite track? Double Branch is a good choice. Personally, I think my favorite is... we were discussing this the last time I streamed this game, like a week ago, and I think I said my favorite was, I forget the name of it, it's the Lightning track from AX, because you can unlock the AX tracks in this game, and there's a Lightning one that's very long, but it is very fun. That's enough trying that one for now. Let's move on. We're gonna be here all day if I actually try to beat that. One day I would hope to. I'm honestly having enough fun with this right now that I would like to continue playing this game on stream frequently, and I feel like with enough time and enough practice, I might be able to beat that someday. I do think it's possible. Yeah, Chapter 1 on very hard. I think it is the hardest thing in any game I've ever played. The rest of the levels in this game are ridiculous, but that one is the worst one by far. Fan-made F-Zero games? I actually don't know, and I feel like it's kind of an obsolete question because there are 2 games in this series with a track editor. Those being F-Zero X DD and Climax, both of which are Japan exclusive, unfortunately. But there's no doubt in my mind that Western audiences have had some fun with that. Yeah, Chapter 9, surprisingly, is not that bad. Yes, Climax is on Switch now. And I played a little bit of it. I played one cup so far, and it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I like it. I have to play some more of it. I'm probably going to do that more when I go to Cat World next week. Because I'm going to bring my Switch to Cat World. Yes, the other Japan-only one is the expansion kit for X. It's not its own game. It's just an expansion. Yeah, that's true. 9 is, you're not really punished for spamming boost, and also, it's surprisingly lenient, honestly. It's not a very demanding level. The time requirement that it asks of you is not as strict as the rest of the levels in this game. Like this one, you need to be spamming boost the entire time. And if you're not, it is unwinnable. And the slightest bump, no, you die. Oh, that's right, you can do a jump on that track, that's true. I don't think I even did that, if I remember right. I honestly, it's been so long that since I played that I don't remember how I did it. I think I just played the track normally. I deadass just think I just played the track normally. And it's not very demanding. Damn. That was a good run. Do you have a main machine you use in Grand Prix? Yes. I use Sonic Phantom. I am a big fan of Sonic Phantom. I know that heavy machines are optimal in this game. So a lot of people main, I think Great Star is considered, like, S tier in this game. I know EAD and I forget the name of the machine, but the old guy in, like, the Thunder-themed one, I know he's really good, but he's very slippery, and I don't like him because he's so slippery. I like tight controls, as opposed to, like, snaking and high acceleration builds. So, for a long time I played, yeah, Fat Shark, that's the one I'm thinking of. Or no, Fat Shark is somebody different. I just know that the low grip, high boost machines are extremely good in this game. If I'm not mistaken, I think Black Bull is actually pretty good in this one too. Rainbow Phoenix is also very good. I haven't really played Hyperspeeder. I've never tried him. One you're thinking of is S tier and F-Zero X, I'm pretty sure he's low tier here. Really? Yeah, that's what I thought. I know Black Bull is very good. See, I don't know if that's entirely true in X. I could be wrong. But, I know that in F-Zero X, the best one in the game, at least if you're playing, top speed and not acceleration builds, is Twin Narita. Twin Narita is amazing in X. because that engine very, very highly favors light machines, which is like the opposite of this game, which favors heavy, which is why Black Bull is so good. Tier list is kind of inverted here. Yeah, pretty much. Bloodhawk, really? I didn't know Bloodhawk was that extreme. I thought he was like kind of mid in both games. I know that when I played X, I 100%ed that game fairly recently, and I actually, it's probably not optimal at all, but I actually got a lot of mileage out of Biorex of all people. Silver Rat? I don't actually know which one that is. How much of GX character bios have I read? A good amount. A good amount. There is a lot of lore to this game, and it's very fascinating. There's a lot of off-screen, like, major events in this franchise. Like, way more than you would expect if you haven't read into it. For the rest of it, anybody in chat, please look into that. It's very interesting. There was, like, a big pileup in a race, like, however many years ago, where, like, a lot of people almost died. And, like, Dr. Stewart saved a lot of them. Captain Falcon was almost killed in it, if I remember right. Yeah, you don't think of lore with F-Zero, but no, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of lore with this series, and it's very interesting. Especially because there's actually a lot of overlap with other Nintendo series. Like, way more than you would expect. Like, James McCloud is in this game. That's Fox's dad. Which is a different guy. There are two Nintendo characters named James McCloud. And they are two different people. One of them is Fox's dad, and one of them is a racer in this game who flies an R-Wing. I don't know how he ties in, but I know that Mr. EID is like, oh, my capture card is freaking out a little bit. Let me fix that. Properties. No, not that one. We had another kind of racer, and one of the racers died and became the skull. See, I think, my headcanon, I know what you're talking about. My headcanon is that they're talking about Formula 1. Because I don't know how common knowledge this is, but it only dawned on me like maybe a year ago that F-Zero is a pun on F1. I never pieced that together until, like, very recently. But like, when I made that connection, I'm like, oh, that's where that came from. That's why it's called that. So I think they're talking about some kind of, I think that event is basically saying that the skull is a Formula 1 driver. Like, from our world. That's my headcanon, at least. And I think that would add up because his car kind of looks like an F1. It looks like a heavily modified one at least, but the Sonic Phantom does kind of look like a Formula 1 car. It has like the same general body structure. F Max Grand Prix? Yeah, I think my headcanon is that F Max Grand Prix is a stand-in for Formula 1 because Formula 1 is copyrighted. Yeah, but I definitely recommend looking into the lore of F-Zero. It's very fascinating, and there are a lot of, like, surprisingly dark things. There's a lot of, like, mass death in this series. There's a lot of, like, tragedies and murders and just, like, accidents that take the lives of hundreds of people. And a lot of the characters in this game are directly involved with it in some capacity. Like I said before, Dr. Stewart has canonically saved, like, hundreds of people's lives that have been in, like, serious car accidents. I think the lore is that he was, like, in the race, and when the big accident happened, he got out of his car and did, like, open heart surgery on people, like, in the middle of the track, and saved a lot of people. It's something crazy to that effect. Like how they say in the manual for F-Zero SNES that F-Zero racers are mainly funded by rich multi-billionaires, but yeah, that would add up. I mean, that's essentially what racing is in our world. And that's something I actually find very... I was talking to a acquaintance of mine about just like how racing is perceived throughout the world. And it's very interesting to me that here in America, racing is like the poor man's sport. You know, like it's associated with the Deep South a lot, with a lot of, you know, like built in your backyard type of thing, like self-made men, that type of trope. And literally everywhere else in the world, other than America, it is a very prestigious thing. Like, racing is extremely highbrow entertainment in everywhere else in the world except America. In America, it's the redneck sport. And I just find that really interesting that, like, the same fundamental concept of car go fast is perceived so drastically differently throughout the world. That's very interesting to me. Open world bounty hunter action game, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. If only for the excuse to see Captain Falcon outside of his car mode. Because they always say, like, oh, he's a bounty hunter, and we know what he does. There is enough lore information to be like, yep, this is his job. This is what he does. So they could easily make a game about that. There's more than enough information to do it. Yes. Kai, have you ever noticed that in Smash he has a fucking gun on his belt? He has a gun in a holster on his waist. That's because he's a vigilante bounty hunter. He's literally a hitman. Who's Falcon after? Whoever people pay him. Whoever people pay him to get. That's what a bounty hunter does. They're basically for-hire hitmen. He hunts people for bounty. A Yakuza game with Captain Falcon sounds like it would go crazy. That would honestly, I would love to see that, man. That would be so cool. I could totally see, in this specific era of Nintendo, if we got kind of like a Star Fox Adventures situation, but with F-Zero. like an adventure game, kind of in that style, but like with the F-Zero world. I could honestly see early 2000s Nintendo attempting to do that. And I think that would go hard. I think that would be so cool. And I think they should have done it. Might be more of an America thing. The way I see it, NASCAR is a redneck sport. Formula 1 is prestigious. So, that's true. With the asterisk that F1 doesn't really exist here. That's more of a European thing. We don't really have F1 here. I think it was only very recently, if I'm not mistaken, that we actually started holding Formula 1 races here. It's not common. And I think it's at most like 1 or 2 races a year that we actually hold in America. It's not often that we actually see Formula 1 in this country. It's big in Europe and it's big in Japan. Although racing in general is quite big in Japan, especially street racing. And when I say street racing, I don't mean like city courses. I mean just like point to point type thing, like in the mountains. Is very common in Japan. But no, and it's not just NASCAR that's seen that way either. It's like your typical Saturday night dirt racing. That is almost an exclusively American Midwest thing. Like, they have it elsewhere in the country, obviously. But, like, it's huge in the American Midwest. Like, around, like, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, like, in that area, it is absolutely insane just how many tracks are out there. Star Wars Bounty Hunter on GameCube? I've never played a Star Wars game. I've actually never seen a Star Wars movie. I own Battlefront 2 on the PS2, but I have not played it. I might have to look into that, though, because that does sound like an interesting type of game. I might check it out. My backlog is huge, so it's probably going to be quite a while before I get around to anything like that. But, I'm always down to try a new game. Even if it's something I'm not really interested in. I'll always give a game a try. Something I would absolutely do, though, is if, like... I honestly don't think I would ever get this big as a streamer. But if I ever got to the point where people, like, donated games to me to play on stream, that sounds like something I would have a lot of fun with. Because, like, if it were to just be me, like, going out of my way to track down a copy, buy it, and then play it on stream, like, I'm not gonna go through that effort, really, if it's just up to me. But if somebody donated it and was like, here, you can have the gift of this game, just play it on stream, I would do it. 100% I would do it. Recently went on Steam. See, that's an asterisk for me, because I don't play games on PC much, and if I did play games on PC and stream them, it would have to be after I get a new laptop, unfortunately. 'Cause, I mean, you see mine kind of freaking out with just playing GameCube, let alone trying to run another game while streaming. So yeah, like, it's something I'm open to doing, but, like, I just don't know if I can. It's also on Switch. Yeah, I mean, that's probably easier. But, I mean, I literally tried to set up a couple days ago to do a Wind Waker randomizer in 720p, and my laptop could not handle it. Capture card would freak out like every 30 seconds. Just couldn't do it. My laptop is just too outdated to handle anything higher than 480p. And even that, it struggles with a little bit sometimes. Yeah, when I get a new laptop, I will have a lot more options. That's why, again, if anyone wants to contribute to that, Amazon gift card donations are accepted but not expected. No obligation, but if you want to see me do more things, that's the way. Yeah, when it's possible, we're absolutely doing that. I was actually planning to do that on, like, Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. Earlier this week, I was actually planning on streaming a Wind Waker randomizer. But I tried to set it up, and my laptop said no. I might be able to save this, maybe. Save it. No, not even close. Yeah, different POV streams, that would be cool. I would love to do it. It's just a matter of, like, I technologically can't right now. Which kind of sucks. I think that would be neat as well. That would be cool. You should do that. I'd love to do streaming cosplay. I just don't have any cosplays. Although I did see recently, I was just kind of screwing around online looking at, like, cosplay props and stuff. There's an awesome Captain Falcon helmet on Etsy, and I kind of want it. I would 100% cosplay Captain Falcon. I think I could pull it off. I just want to bring more attention to this series in general, man. F-Zero is so good. It's so good. Damn, okay. No, I think that's the end. No. Damn, I was doing very good for a while there. Really want to do a cosplay of Twilight Princess Link. Might do that as my next cosplay. I would love to cosplay any Link. But in particular, I would like to do Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword. I think I could do either of them. I think I could pull off any of them, if I'm being real. But, those... I think I could pull off Twilight Princess the best. See, I could pull off James. I could 100% pull off James Sunderland. The only thing that's, like, questionable is that James is very tall. I am not. James is, like, at least 6'2". I'm 5'9". So... yeah, that's gonna look a little weird. Face-wise, though, and, like, with the hair, I think I can do it. I'm just not tall enough. One that I think I can absolutely, like, confidently pull off, though, is Leon Kennedy. I think I could very much pull off Leon. Maybe. Nope. You really can't make any mistakes here. Thought I'd play... Yeah. Well, hold on. Capture card. Stop freaking out. Thought it'd be fun to cosplay Harry Mason. The cardboard. Okay, that actually sounds very fun. That does sound fun. See, this is why I can't stream more games. Because if I'm struggling this much with GameCube, that's a bad sign. I think we're good. Good? Yeah, okay, we're good. Xenoblade background, yeah. It's my favorite game of all time. And I love Satoru Market Night. It's so pretty. It's so gorgeous. That's also, that image, that exact picture is my, wallpaper on PS4. You know, that reminds me, and speaking of my backlog, talking about that earlier, I would love to play Xenogears soon. Because I have it. I've had it for a couple of years now. I just never got around to it. And I loved Saga. I absolutely loved Xenosaga. And Gears is the only game in the series I haven't played yet, so I need to fix that soon. I didn't really hit anything, but I missed way too many capsules that time. Only played the Wii version of Xenoblade 1. Big reason is because it's only JRPG. Yeah. It's valid. I mean, that is a very, very effective strategy. But the more I play Xenoblade 1, the more I realize it's so much more nuanced than that. And, like, yes, you can go around just bum rushing everything. But, like, once you learn how to topple lock, man, that's satisfying. Once you learn how the other characters play and get good at them, like, Dunban is so fun. Even Ryan is super fun. There's not a single character in Xenoblade 1 that I dislike playing as, even Charlotte. Because there's actually a lot of strategy to her, if you know what you're doing. She's my least favorite, but man. Once you understand what you're doing, it's very thrilling. Kai, that is only true for Pikmin 1. Topple lock is satisfying but kind of triggerless fights. Yeah, that's true. That is unfortunately true. Like, there are actually a couple of forced lost battles that I could not lose because I topple locked the boss to the point where the only way I could actually continue the game, like, I hit the damage cap. Their health wouldn't go down anymore. And the only way I can continue the game is by actively sabotaging the rest of my team so that they would stop toppling him. That's the thing is, though, you kind of have to go out of... You need to know what you're doing to be able to put yourself in that situation. And my biggest problem... Well, one of my biggest problems. I have a lot of problems with it. One of my biggest problems with Xenoblade 3 is that there are a lot of cases where you just can't lose because your AI is too good, and there are too many of them. The combat in that game is a clusterfuck, and I don't really like it. Oh yeah, the final boss can be tough. definitely. It's manageable if you know how to deal with him. But going in blind, yeah, it's pretty hard. I might be able to salvage that. No, I don't think so. Damn, I'm not even coming close. Tried more than 10 times, couldn't do it, then upgraded Minato's shield. Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to know how to deal with him. And if you do and prepare accordingly, it's not that bad. However, if you play through the whole game a certain way, and that way is not an efficient strategy on the final boss, you can struggle a lot. I know Kai ran into that problem, where you got stuck on the final boss for a while, because you were playing a game in a way that the final boss is not meant to be fought. So you got stuck there for a while. This mission is insane. You'd think it wouldn't be that bad because it's so short. It's quite tough. You'd think this would be one of the easier ones because it's so short and it's so, like, there's no RNG. Not sure if it's bad, but most challenging games that I play are hard because of execution. Now to do it, just need to execute. Yes. Yes. Xenoblade is different, and if you know what you're doing, it's not hard at all. You need to know what you're doing, though. You need to know the ins and outs of the combat system. If you don't, it can be quite difficult in a lot of cases. However, if you know the ins and outs of the combat, like, intricately, you can cheese the hell out of that game. Like, you can do some broken stuff with the right setup. And that's part of why it's my favorite game, is because there's so many different ways to play it. And, like, whether I'm looking for just something mindless or something, like, hard and strategic, I can have both. I don't have to be, like, in a certain mood to play Xenoblade. I can play it no matter what I really felt like doing. If I wanted to play it mindlessly, I could. For most of the game. There are parts where you really can't. But, like, for, like, 90% of the game, you really can play it mindlessly if you want to. Just, like, grind when you get stuck. Or you could just be smart about it and focus on execution and good timing and spatial awareness. And you can play through the game very under-leveled and get by just fine if you're good enough at it. Shit, I don't think I can do this now. God damn, I'm not even close to the exit. Since we're playing GX and talking about Xenoblade, I'll bring up an idea of hyper racing. With hyper aggressive rubber banding, you're told way ahead of time when it's going to happen. That's a very fascinating concept, actually. I mean, this game also has extreme rubber banding to the point where it is blatantly unfair to the player because the AI has unlimited boost and you don't. But if you know how the AI works, you know, just don't pass him. Don't pass him until the end. And then you'll be fine. So in a sense, you do know what the AI is going to do in advance, but, like, the execution is still, like, on point, like, very, very strict. But, like, making it actually, like a vision, that would be quite interesting. I think that's a cool concept. You should pitch that. If I didn't hit that wall, I might have beaten that. Damn it! Damn it! Yeah, Samurai Garo, that chapter 2 is just like, literally just drive. Normally. Do not boost, just drive. Until, like, the last straightaway of that mission, and then just mash boost and you'll win every time. Doesn't even matter if it's on easy or very hard. You, like, on any difficulty, the same strategy applies. Because he doesn't boost when you're behind him. He just drives. So just pass him at the end so that he doesn't have time to boost again. Because it's not like he goes faster than you when he boosts. Like, you have, like, the same top speed. It's that if you boost too much early on and run out of boost, he will pass you because you run out and he doesn't. So he'll just keep going. But if you time it in such a way that you pass him and then never run out... Come on, go. Are you kidding me? I don't know how I could have possibly done that better. How could I possibly have done that better? I didn't hit anything. Mod for Ocarina of Time with functional Pikmin? Oh yeah, I've seen that. I thought that was just like an editing trick for a while, but then I looked into it and now it's real. I would love to play that. I'm getting close now. I'm definitely improving. I'm getting a lot better. Because now I'm actually relatively consistently getting to the end without hitting anything. I think I just need to space out my boosts better. I think that's the issue. Saw JoJo brought up earlier, so here's a question. Would you rather a Xenoblade Dynasty Warriors game or a JoJo? I actually haven't seen JoJo. I know a lot about it just from, like, secondhand hearsay, because two of my friends are really into it. I have never actually seen it, though, and I know almost nothing about it. I just have, like, very surface level knowledge of, like, who Jonathan Joestar is. That type of thing. Or, like, what a stand is. Like, I know surface level stuff like that. But I've never actually seen it. It's on my watch list. I would like to see it. Just because it's one of those things I've heard so much about that, like, I'd be like, alright, I need to know what people are hyping up. Yakuza devs did a Fist of the North Star game. I heard about that. I've heard about that, and I've heard it was pretty good. Something else I love about this game is how fast it is to reset. Like, you don't have to go through, like, a loading screen. The pause menu comes up instantly, like, frame 1. There's zero waiting. You can genuinely restart at a moment's notice. And there's no waiting in between. Which is something that I have a problem with that in a lot of modern games. But I mean, hard games that let you restart instantly, good on me. Like, I know that, I'm fairly certain that Super Meat Boy also does that. Yeah, it's Meat Boy pacing. See? Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Super Meat Boy has, like, an instant reset button. I haven't played it, but I need to get that game. I don't own it. Unfortunately, physical copies are quite expensive. It's like a $70 game. But I would like to get it eventually. It seems like something I would like, because I like games that are hard but fair. An FPS with pacing like that? Huh. I never would have imagined an FPS having, like a gameplay flow like this. The End is Nigh. I've heard that name. I did not know it was by the Meat Boy dev. I know Binding of Isaac was. And that I do have. And I have played a lot of. That game is it's very different, but it's quite fun. I quite like it. Nope, not coming back from that. Most engaging fight scenes in anime are from Attack on Titan. Honestly, I think for me, personally, the most engaging fight scene I've ever seen in an anime was from Elfen Lied. I think that series did it really. There's a specific one, like halfway through the series, when the second girl gets introduced, that I was very engaged with. And I think that's largely because the stakes are very high, the story build-up to it is very good. And it's also just a very well-animated scene. Damn. Neon White is also a game with similar pacing. I'll have to look into those. I'll have to see what they're like and perhaps pick them up if I can find... Even if there aren't physical copies available, I always look into that because I'm a collector. But even if not, I'll at least check them out, see what they're like. I will say the chances of me getting a game go down significantly if there's no physical copy. But in most cases, I will check them out. Because, like, I don't like to spend my own... If people gift me a copy, that's different. But I don't like to spend my own money on something that I cannot tangibly have in my hands. I don't like doing that. I don't have a lot of money to begin with. I am not going to throw away the little that I do have on something that I cannot see. But if the desire to play it is strong enough, every once in a while, I'll dip in on a digital game. Once in a while. It's not common, but I will do. One such game that I picked up digitally because it was on sale and I was very interested in it, and a physical copy is quite expensive, is Carry On. And I played that game recently, 100% of it. It's very good. Highly recommended. It's like a Metroidvania where you play as a monster. Like a reverse horror game. It's pretty cool. God damn, this is difficult. See, I've seen a lot of people say that JoJo's fight scenes are extremely good. And from the little I've seen out of context, it does look... It is extremely well animated. Like, phenomenally well animated. That probably cost me the run. Damn! Damn! This is hard. ReZero does have some pretty good ones. As much as I don't really like the show itself, I will give it credit for that. I tend to prefer fight scenes when there's something else going on besides the action. Like, I like when there are stakes, I like when there's drama, and I want there to be, like, not necessarily a reason, because obviously, like, fights always have a reason, but, like, I want it to amount to something. I want it to be substantial, and I want it to be impactful and important to the overall plot. And I think that's why I like the one in Elfen Lied so much. Because to me, a fight is like... It's not just a physical altercation. There is a battle of ideals, or morals, or something else on the line. There is more to it than the physical act of violence. And that's the shit that gets me. That's the shit where like, alright, I'm invested. More of that. There's a really good skit by RDC World, if any of you guys know who that is, where that's like, it's something to the effect of how anime be when it's all just fighting for no reason, and it's just like, it's just a skit of like a guy watching a bunch of different anime getting like nominated for awards and shit, and it's all for fight scenes, and they're never explaining why they're fighting, and then the end of the skit is like the director of the anime being like, "Thank you, I'm so honored to receive this award," and like mid-speech, a guy just starts attacking him. He starts like beating the shit out of him for literally no reason. It's very funny. Look that up if you haven't seen it. It's a character who can teleport himself and others to parallel universes by putting them in between objects, and if someone comes into contact with themselves from another universe, they get obliterated. That sounds like an SCP, and it's a really neat concept, and that's the kind of shit I like. Like, that sounds like something where the concept is like fundamentally different and unique enough to be like, wow, I want to see where this goes. And I love shit like that, man. I love that. I think I just blew it there. Damn, this is very difficult. Constantly removing stuff from the room. That's clever. That's clever because then the action is based on like a mental thing. There is more going on than just action. There is like a dilemma that has to be addressed in order to overcome this obstacle, and I love that. The shit that bores me more than anything is the way like Dragon Ball does it. Like, I hate Dragon Ball fight scenes. They're well animated for what it's worth, but they are so boring because it's just the same shit. Character fires beam, other character fires another beam, the beams hit each other and go boom. It's the same thing. There's never anything more interesting. It's just that. It's just guys punching each other and shooting massive Hadoukens, and then there's no more depth beyond that. And I think it's so boring. See, that's clever. What you just described, that's clever. Because there is, like... It's like solving a puzzle for a boss fight. Like, that's cool. I like that. I like that so much more than punch guy harder than he punch me. Which, unfortunately, is the case for a lot of, like, fight scenes in media, but not real things, surprisingly enough. I've actually gotten quite interested in, like, martial arts over the years, and the more I look into it, the more you realize how technical of an art it is. It is very strategy-oriented, and it's really a lot more than just, like, there is so much more to boxing than punching a guy until he falls down. There is so much more to it than that. And dumbing it down to that degree is really, really underselling how much thought and, like, mentality goes into it as an art. You have to be aware, like, very spatially aware of what your opponent is going to do at any given moment. You have to be consciously aware of what you do and how they will react to what you do. There's so much, like, it is a mental battle as much as it is a physical one. And I think that is way more interesting than something like, for example, Power Slap. If you know what that is. Like, that shit is stupid. And unfortunately, a lot of shonen does kind of boil down to just, am I stronger than my opponent? And then it turns out they are. And I win. And then if they're not, they're just, I must train. And then they train for like an entire season, and then they fight again. The exact same thing happens, except they win this time. That is so boring to me, and I hate it. But when you have to outwit and out, that's what makes them cool. If a game was made that was accurate to the JoJo source material, it'd be a puzzle game. Yeah, see, that makes me want to watch JoJo. That makes me so much more interested in it than if it were just like Dragon Ball. Like, that sounds cool. I love action scenes where there is thought put into it, and there is a lot of mental strategy. I want my brain to be challenged more than just watching two buff guys punch the shit out of each other. Because if you watch, again, I'm going to use the example of boxing as a sport, and you look at it as just two big dudes punching the shit out of each other, you're missing the point. There's so much more that goes into it. And I love when media both capitalizes on that aspect of fighting and gets creative with it. And the way you're describing it sounds like they get very creative. And I like that a lot. I like sports where you don't just have to be tough, you have to be smart. And every martial art ever should be at, like, the top of that list. You have to be incredibly intelligent to be good at it, to succeed. If you look at Mike Tyson and think, oh, he's just a big brute, you are completely underestimating him. Because any real-world athlete that does any type of martial art is so much smarter than you probably think they are. That includes fake shit like wrestling, too. Those people are talented, very talented, and extremely smart at knowing what the fuck they're doing. Because one small mistake in that ring, and somebody's gonna break their neck and die. They need to be very smart about human anatomy and how to exploit it in such a way that people don't genuinely get hurt. And they're extremely talented at doing that. That takes a lot of mental effort to do. It's not an easy thing to understand. You have to be very well informed to be a wrestler. It's not an easy job. It's not just a matter of, oh, I'm acrobatic, I'm fast, I'm agile. No, you gotta be careful. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know in advance what's in the script, how you're gonna play it out, and you have to be able to react and think fast on the fly to make sure that you and the other person in there with you doesn't get hurt. Creator JoJo had a dilemma after part 3 where he was going to end the series there, but editors encouraged to keep it going with different characters. Okay, so that's why they keep changing the protagonist. So I was wondering why they did that, so I'm assuming that's why. I like that angle. Where, like, they just completely change it, like, oh, yeah, immortal character, now let's do something different. Keep it fresh. I like that. Again, how you're describing it makes me very interested in checking out the show. That wasn't why? Really? Oh, a new Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Because there's, like, Jonathan Joestar and Joseph Joestar. Yeah, that's... Okay, yeah. It's coming back to me. The tangential knowledge is resurfacing. Kai, you are way too picky with art styles. You need to stop obsessing over art styles. I guarantee you there's a shit ton of media that you missed out on because you checked out the art style at a, like, first glance and said no. I mean, that's why you assumed that you hated South Park, and then you watched it with me and you're like, oh my god, this is great. You need to stop judging things at face value. I'm not even coming close anymore. This is insane. Kai, I'm gonna be real, you are not as open-minded as you think you are about art styles. You're really not. Because I've seen you time and time again turn something down because of an art style. Yeah, not coming close. Damn. That was a good run. Right, but Kai, you are yet to achieve a situation where you don't like something's art style, but you like the piece of media anyway. Like, I haven't really seen you be like, I hate this art style, but then grow to like the show even if you still don't like the art style. Like, South Park's art style grew on you. But I'm saying you haven't been able to look past an art style that you don't like to enjoy something. If there is something, name it. Because I genuinely I can't think of anything that you have. Like, I see you guys talking about The Simpsons. The Simpsons is an example of that for me. I don't really like The Simpsons art style at all. But after watching more of the show, it's funny as hell. I love the characters. It's fantastic. Actually, wait. Actually, no. Kai, there is one art style that you've looked past and really enjoyed the show, and that's King of the Hill. About a part of the art style that you love. Hold on, let me scroll up. During dark scenes instead of making everything. I never noticed that, actually. That's really cool. I'll have to look closely again next time I watch The Simpsons, whenever that happens. I've never noticed that, but that's really clever. See, I like stuff like that. It's really neat. Another example of an art style I really don't like is Family Guy. I hate Family Guy's art style with a passion. I think it's absolutely awful. I think it's ugly and really bad and too bland and simple. But the animation is shockingly good. It is a very well animated show. Like, extremely. Way more than I ever gave it credit for before I actually started watching it. But once you actually, like, sit down and be like, alright, I'll give it a shot. Family Guy's art style wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't so influential. I agree. 100% I agree. It's... I don't like how it's influenced so much of adult animation. It's too basic for its own good, and I feel like in a vacuum by itself, it's not the worst thing ever. There is a lot of recycling in the animation, but there's also a lot of scenes where they just go hard. Where they didn't have to. But there's a lot of scenes where they'll pull something, like... A lot of the show is recycled animation. And I understand that for a primetime show, you know, they gotta cut the budget somewhere. But every once in a while, they'll put out an episode where the animation just goes crazy. And it is astoundingly impressive. Like, for example, whenever there's a Stewie and Brian episode where they go on a road trip, those road trip scenes are beautifully animated. There's one in particular where they're in, like, a boxcar of a train and they do, like, a musical number, and it's incredible. It is so well animated. It's so good. Another example that whenever they do the running joke of, like, Peter and the Giant Chicken having, like, a town-wide fight scene. Those are incredibly well animated. For the it is a lot of recycled animation, but every once in a while, they'll just pull out a scene that's just like, whoa, this is gorgeous. They did not need to go this crazy. It's also one of those shows where there's actually a lot going on in the background a lot of the time that you wouldn't really notice unless you're looking for it. God damn it, I might have won that if I didn't hit that wall. But yeah, like, Family Guy is something that I always historically been like, this is stupid. And then I watched more of it, and I still hate how it gets too political. I still hate that. But it does that not as much as you would think. Like, it's mostly just one-liners every once in a while, where they'll throw in stuff like that, and that is groan-worthy. But when they don't do that, it's actually a really funny show. Like, really funny. Like, it is genuinely hilarious, if you give it a chance. You just have to look past the nitpicks. And for me, the art style and the politics are definitely nitpicks, but if I look past that, it's pretty fucking funny. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. If I didn't miss that. If I didn't miss that. That was such a good run. That was a really good run. Damn it. Oh, hey, Ren. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I might drop this mission. This one is very hard. Thinking about, moving on to something else to end the stream, because I am getting kinda hungry. But I don't want to end the stream without beating something else. And I'm gonna be real, I don't think I'm beating this tonight. I've gotten very close a couple of times, but that's only a couple of times. Damn it. Shit, if I didn't hit that wall! If I didn't hit that last wall, I would have won. Damn! Alright, I'm calling it there. Let's do a Grand Prix. Let's do one Grand Prix and then we'll call it. After the stream, we can watch Corpse Bride? Potentially. We'll see. I'd be down for a movie. Let's do Expert, because I haven't played this game in a hot minute. Stubbs the Zombie? Never heard of that. Huh. That does sound interesting. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to check it out. You've given me a lot of games to check out. I'll have to, like, go through the chat after the stream and like look through the VOD and like make a list of all these games you told me to check out. Or you could just DM them to me. You could join my Discord. Just DM to me on Discord. I'm easy to reach. What cup we feeling, guys? What do you want to do? I'm kind of feeling Emerald. AX Cup? Okay. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know if I'm going to beat this cup on my first try, because I haven't played this in a while. And AX Cup, there's some pretty hard tracks on it. This one isn't too bad. This one's very easy, actually. But the last track, the Green Plant one, that one's tough. Legitimate contender for hardest track in the game. It's if not, then it's up there. You'll notice very quickly I play this game very aggressive. Did 2 people just drive off the side and die? I'm pretty sure I just saw 2 people drive off the side and die. Back here, White Cat. Get back here. Jody! Ooh! Not a bad first showing. I honestly didn't expect to win. Again, I have not played this game in a hot minute. I'm actually very used to to F-Zero X, because I've been playing the hell out of that lately. Sometime soon, I'm probably going to do a stream of F-Zero X with the steering wheel. Because that game is actually, it goes hard with the steering wheel. It's very solid. Again, these games just control so well. I love them. I don't really remember this track, if I'm being honest. Alright, I need to stop boosting so aggressively at the start of laps. Oh my god, where am I? What is happening? What the hell? Oh god. That was scary. Which system is X on? N64. Get back here, Jody. Alright. Probably I shouldn't boost in the slippery tube. That seems to be a mistake. No boost in the slide tube. First again. Not bad. What do you mean with the steering wheel? What are you talking about? Only system with Mario Kart. I have a N64 steering wheel, remember? I've told you this multiple times. I'm fairly certain you've used it when you were here. Kai, I literally told you like a couple of days ago that I want to do a stream of Mario 64 with the steering wheel because I want to see if I can drive Mario. I literally told you this like 2 days ago. If not yesterday. Porttown Cylinder Wave. I don't remember this track either. Love the purple colorway. So nice. Is that Blood Falcon as my rival? Or is that Octoman? I've never liked cylinder tracks. I think they feel very weird, and I don't like the physics on them. They're always my least favorite tracks in any F-Zero. I say, despite there being only 2 games that have cylinder tracks. But I never liked them. Never been a fan. What the hell? Why did I go 90 degrees there? Oh, hi, Rob. In the background there. This is probably going to be a wash. This is probably going to be my throwaway race. If you play this game aggressive like I do, you can typically get away with a throwaway race each cup. Maybe 2 if you're really good. And for me, it's almost always cylinder tracks that are the throwaway. Or not. I am out in front right now. Where am I? What happened? What is going on? I finished the race, like, upside down. What the hell? I took second, though. Thunder Road! Yeah, this is the one. This is the one I was talking about earlier. This is, like, my favorite track in the game. It's very long. But it's really cool. I think the reason I like this one so much is because there's a very good mix of, like, wide track and narrow track, so you can be very aggressive and also very technical. It's a track with a high skill ceiling, and I like that a lot. bumpy part. How have I killed 5 people in this race already? Really taking out the competition here. Six down. Gotta love it. God, I love this game so much, man. I'm really uncontested out here, aren't I? Think I may have killed too many people. I know if I ever got an AX cabinet, I'd be playing this track so much. Like, this would be the track I'd play the most, by far. I love this one. It's so satisfying. My rival is all the way back there. Oh my god. Won that one by a mile. F-Zero in VR, that would be awesome, though. I would love that. I would play it so much. I would play F-Zero in general so much. Nintendo, make another game. Or port this one. Do literally anything with this franchise, I don't care. Yeah, first person, I don't care. That would be awesome. No, I understand. I just think it would be cool. I disagree with you. You understand that there's a lot of racing games where you play in first person, right? The only difference is that this would be faster. Love this song, by the way. Shoutouts to this game's OST. It's phenomenal. This is another one of my favorite tracks in the game. Again, it's very long and very difficult, but very satisfying and very rewarding. Like all of this game. Maybe I could cover this song. I might do that, actually. This song's very good. Planet Colors, I believe it's called. I might do it. I may. Perhaps. If I'm not mistaken, Kai, actually, now that I think about it, I think there actually is a VR mod for Dolphin, where a lot of games have, like, a supported VR mode. And it's not, like, 100% exact, like, it's not, like, you're not gonna get, like, console quality VR out of it, but it is possible. I don't know if this game is one of the ones that supports it. I know that Mario Kart Double Dash does. And maybe Metroid Prime? I'm not sure about that one. I believe me looking into Metroid Prime VR is how I found out about this, so... Either it has it, or that led me down a rabbit hole to discover that other games have it. Man, maybe I should have picked Master Difficulty. I did not think I would be this uncontested. I will choose Master next time I stream this game, which honestly might be next week. I'm having a lot of fun playing this again. No! I passed away! You can do first person in this game. It's by hitting the D-pad up. And I prefer not to do that, because then I can't see who I'm trying to kill. If side attacks weren't a thing in this game, I would actually probably use it quite a bit, because it's very thrilling. That's a quick turn there. Man, I love how this track, like, takes you through a forest. That's so cool. This track is just, it's very pretty. Love the scenery on this one. This is probably my favorite, like, biome in the game, if that makes any sense. Like, my favorite, track setting. Guy ahead of you, you can kill them. Yeah. And it's very satisfying. This game has a kill counter, and it rewards you for it. You could literally get a kill streak in a racing game, and it's awesome. GX with a track editor would go crazy. That would go so hard. I've looked into it before, and there's, like, no custom tracks for this game, really. There's, like, one, and it's barely playable. Because apparently this game is, like, very difficult to mod in, like, track assets for. It's easy to do, like, balance changes, because there's actually a lot of, like, balance mods for this game. But as far as, like, actual new content, there's almost nothing. Which is a shame. But I'm just imagining. That would go crazy. I win. Yay! Goddamn. I did not expect to come first every race except for one where I came in second. I honestly didn't think I would do that good. Next time I stream, I'm definitely playing on Master. Absolutely playing on Master. But, yeah, I think I'm actually gonna cut it here. So, we played we played more F-Zero today than we played Mario Party. Which is, honestly, fine by me. I love this game. Thank you so much to everybody who joined. Join the Discord if you're not already in there. Feel free to send a friend request. If you want to support the stream, you can do so on either Patreon or by donating to the laptop fund. Either one is not required, no obligation whatsoever, but more than accepted. Thank you for stopping by. I had a lot of fun. I had a good time here today. Hope you did too. And yeah, I'll see you guys either in the Discord or sometime probably next week. But before we do that, we have an interview. Let's see what he has for the undead.
What's the first thing you want to do now you're back from the dead?
Visit my grave.
I see.
That was not the question.
And that's all for a
That was not what I asked.
That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix.
Okay. See you in the next Grand Prix.
Thanks for playing.
42 tickets? For what? I already beat this cup. Oh well. See you guys next time. Bye.